Things you should know about humanoids. Humanoids are an intriguing subject that has sparked people's curiosity for millennia. They're a fascinating and rapidly evolving field of technology which has had a big impact on our civilization, from myths and stories to contemporary robots. In today's video, we'll explore what humanoids are, how useful they can be, and their impact on society. Welcome to Artificial Weekly, a one-stop channel that comes up with interesting tech stories. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and enable the bell icon so that you won't miss any of the interesting stories. But before we dive in, let me ask you a question. What springs to mind when you hear the word humanoid? Now that you've had some time to reflect, let's begin by defining what a humanoid is. A robot that behaves and looks like a human is referred to as a humanoid. They're frequently portrayed in science fiction as extraterrestrial life forms with a lot of human-like physical and cultural traits. They're designed to perform tasks that typically require human-like capabilities. First off, humanoids are very adaptable robots. They could be programmed to carry out a variety of activities, from straightforward household chores to more difficult industrial or medical applications. They can be created with a range of physical abilities, from sprinting and walking to gripping and manipulating objects. Even more advanced humanoids have sensors and cameras that enable them to detect their surroundings and make judgments based on that knowledge. Now, the question that arises in your mind could be whether humanoids can have emotions or if they can talk. Yes, some humanoids are built with social or emotional capabilities to communicate with people. They could be joyful, depressed, furious, or afraid. But depending on their programming or design, their emotions can show up differently than ours do. Humanoid robots, for example, can be a comforting presence or be utilized in therapy. The ability to express human-like emotions and lend a sympathetic ear to those in need can be built into these robots. Yet there are also moral issues with the usage of such robots, especially when it comes to substituting human interaction and maybe exacerbating social isolation. It is possible to create humanoids that will let people who speak different languages communicate and translate. International diplomacy, travel, economics, and cultural interaction are all significantly impacted by this. Hospitals and nursing homes can deploy humanoid robots to help medical staff. It is possible to create humanoids that are more accurate and precise than human surgeons at performing difficult medical procedures, like surgery or diagnostic imaging. They may be utilized in classrooms to help instructors give students more individualized learning opportunities. Humanoids can improve training and education by providing interactive, hands-on learning opportunities. They can be employed in manufacturing to carry out monotonous or risky jobs like welding and working on an assembly line. By automating routine or labor-intensive jobs, humanoids can improve production and efficiency in a variety of fields. Theme parks and other entertainment venues can make use of them to occupy and engage visitors. They can also be employed in space exploration to help astronauts with duties and complete tasks that are too risky or challenging for humans to complete. Deep sea or space exploration are two examples of areas that humanoids can be employed to explore, since they are either too dangerous or challenging for humans to reach. Summing up, humanoid robots have the potential to improve efficiency, safety, and productivity in a variety of industries. As technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more uses for humanoid robots in the future. But what effect do humanoids have on civilization, and why are they so important? Humanoid robots can undertake tasks that are too risky or challenging for people, which is one of their key advantages. Robots that resemble humans can be employed to explore dangerous regions such as deep space or the ocean. Humanoids have been a part of mythology and folklore for a very long time. Several cultures have a long tradition of passing down tales about automata, golems, and other human-like entities. Humanoids were frequently depicted in these tales as magical or otherworldly beings, able to accomplish feats unimaginable to ordinary people. Ancient mythology and stories of artificial beings can be used to trace the origins of humanoid robots. Humans have always been intrigued by the prospect of building machines that could mimic human behavior and intelligence. The idea of humanoids has substantially changed by the time we reach the present. The first humanoid robots were developed in the 20th century as a result of technological and robotic developments. George Devol and Joseph Engelberger created the first industrial robot in 1956 which could carry out monotonous duties in a manufacturing environment. The Unimate, a pioneering robot, set the path for the advancement of robotics technology. Masahiro Mori, a Japanese roboticist, built the first humanoid robot in 1970, and many more have been produced subsequently. The construction of ever more sophisticated humanoid robots has been facilitated by developments in robotics technology in the 21st century. Boston Dynamics, for instance, has created humanoid robots like Atlas and Spot that are capable of running, walking, and traversing challenging settings. From military activities to search and rescue operations, these robots have been deployed in a range of situations. In general, the development of humanoid robots has been exciting, with key turning points in robotics technology and the ongoing quest to build robots that can mimic human thought and behavior. It will be fascinating to watch how humanoid robots influence our society and the environment in which we live as technology advances. So what makes humanoids unique? To begin with, humanoids are not quite human. Despite the fact that they resemble us, they have unique skills and limitations. For instance, certain humanoids might be capable of superhuman strength or flight. Others might not possess human-level cognitive capacities. Natural language processing technology on humanoids enables them to comprehend and respond to human speech. Because they can communicate with customers in a way that feels natural and intuitive, they are perfect for applications like customer service. Now, talking about the dangers it can cause. Humanoids have the potential to be extremely helpful in many aspects of our life, but if they are not carefully created and programmed, they could also present problems and dangers. A humanoid robot might hurt people, for instance, if it is programmed improperly or develops a defect. Furthermore, if a humanoid robot's artificial intelligence is not adequately planned and developed, it may exhibit unfavorable or hazardous behaviors. For instance, a robot created to help humans emotionally can unintentionally injure someone if it develops a strong attachment to that person, or if it is overcome by unfavorable feelings. The threat of privacy intrusions is yet another possible issue. Humanoid robots frequently have cameras, microphones, and other sensors, so they may interact with their surroundings. These technologies have the potential to be exploited to gather sensitive data about people without their permission if they are not created and programmed with the proper privacy protections. A further worry is that human labor may be replaced by humanoid robots, causing a major unemployment problem and major economic disruption. The proliferation of humanoid robots in sectors including manufacturing, retail, and transportation could result in the displacement of human employees and a worsening of already existing economic disparities. Finally, there is a chance that humanoid robots could exhibit unfavorable or hazardous behavior. A humanoid robot's artificial intelligence could exhibit undesirable or hazardous behaviors that endanger people in its environment if it is not carefully developed and programmed. Making humanoid robots capable of emotion raises ethical questions, especially if they're going to be utilized in law enforcement or military settings. There is a chance that a robot's emotional state or biases could affect the decisions it makes if it were given the authority to make choices that would affect human lives. For instance, a humanoid security robot might grow overly aggressive and harm people who aren't a threat. These risks and concerns must be addressed by carefully designing, programming, and regulating humanoid robots. This entails putting safety precautions in place to prevent bodily injury, creating privacy safeguards for data collecting, and making sure that humanoid robots are employed in a way that complements rather than replaces human labor. In order to make humanoid robots safe and useful tools for human civilization, ethical considerations must also be taken into account while creating and deploying them. One of the most human-like robots is Sophia, a humanoid created by HANSON Robotics. Sophia can converse like a human and exhibit a wide range of human-like facial emotions. She also serves as a foundation for cutting-edge robotics and AI research, notably for figuring out how people interact with robots and how that may be used for entertainment and other services. Asimo, created by Honda, is also one of the most well-known humanoid robots. The name Asimo, which stands for Advanced Step in Innovative Mobility, refers to the multi-purpose robot that was created to help people with a range of chores. Using its cutting-edge sensors, cameras, and algorithms, Asimo was able to connect with people and navigate through challenging surroundings. As a whole, the study of humanoids is fascinating and developing quickly. It has the potential to revolutionize a variety of facets of our lives. What are your opinions on humanoids, and how do you think they'll affect our civilization in the future? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating videos like this. Please click the bell icon to get notified when we post such interesting videos.